Welcome to One Girl in All the World, a Buffy the Vampire Slayer rewatch podcast where we recap each episode in order and discuss. I'm Ashley, Buffy superfan.
I'm Kimmy, Buffy newbie.
You can find us on all major podcast apps, YouTube, and Instagram with new episodes on Tuesdays. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We are back. Buffy's going to the med spa, also known as the insane asylum.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I was telling you before this, like I could use a vacation in the insane asylum.
It's not a vacation.
A couple weeks of R&R, some good pills, and I come out right as rain.
I don't think you want those kind of
stress-free. I don't know. All right. So we're talking about normal again.
This is a really good episode, actually.
It like puts the whole show into question.
Yeah, it does.
Which is fun. All right. So Normal Again originally aired March 12th, 2002. Written by Diego Gutierrez, which I don't think we've seen him before, and directed by Rick Rothendale. The synopsis is: a demon doses Buffy with a powerful chemical that causes her to hallucinate, convincing the Slayer her parents are alive and Dawn never existed. Even more so that she's in an insane asylum, which they didn't throw in there in the synopsis there.
I didn't want to spoil it.
I guess. Okay. So we start on the street. And Buffy's just walking. She has this list of new rentals. So obviously they're looking for the trio. And she's checking out any new rentals.
When she was looking at the rental list, I was like, oh, she's going to sell her house.
Yeah. Anyway. Might have been the craziest idea, right?
I mean, well, I think they did cover that at one point. Like for her to sell it, like it wouldn't have actually, she wouldn't have got ahead or anything like that. I don't remember.
She's underwater on the house, I think, already.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
That was a triggering turn of phrase for me at the moment.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, so she's checked them all off the list. Like, not having any luck.
While she's walking and looking at them, we can see the Loser Squad is watching her.
Yeah,
I gave them a new nickname.
Loser Squad, yeah. They have their like surveillance stuff set up, and Jonathan's sleeping when he's supposed to be keeping watch. And Jonathan comes back. He's like, "Hey, like you're supposed to be watching." And they're fighting, and then they see Buffy kind of like sneaking around the house because this house.
She found the house.
Yeah. Yep. And so they tell Andrew to summon a demon to distract her. So he summons a demon. It starts fighting Buffy.
It's
and
like creepy, shiny.
Yeah, it's kind of like a
bald, shiny, weird looking.
Like kind of like mucusy.
Yeah, mucusy is a good word for it.
Demon. And it like has this like spike come out of its wrist.
Yes.
And it gets Buffy in a hold.
And it like injects her.
It like stabs her in the arm. Mm-hmm. And then when she comes to, or before that, immediately she like has this flash of being in the hospital and getting an injection in the hospital.
From like a nurse, yeah.
Yeah, and like struggling.
And they're like trying to calm her down. Like, it's okay.
Yeah, you're going to hurt yourself. And she's struggling. And it's obvious that we go into the hallway and we see that it's a mental institution. Mm-hmm. So then we go to the credits and we come back and Buffy kind of comes to in Sunnydale, like in the graveyard or the street, wherever she was. And she's confused. The demon's gone. Mm-hmm. So she just kind of wanders off into her.
We're not really sure if she remembers that weird flash or not.
Yeah. And then we go to, I didn't change the area, but we go to campus where Willow is waiting for Tara to come out of a class. And she's practicing asking Tara on a date.
And she's very excited.
Yeah, but she's nervous.
But then...
Yeah, so she's like, oh, you want to go for a coffee? She says, I haven't used magic in insert number of days here.
Oh, yeah, I love how she says it. And I'm like, how many days has it been?
I don't know. Yeah, a couple months.
Yeah.
I think. Maybe a month. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, no, I don't know.
It's got to be more than a month, right?
Yeah, yeah. So then Tara walks out, and she's like, oh, we're going to go talk to her. And then a girl comes up to Tara, and they kind of kiss. Not like on the lip, but like kind of like a greeting. That's very friendly. Very friendly greeting. Let's put it that way.
And I was trying to think about like how that greeting could come across. Because it's like, I mean, you wouldn't greet each other that way. So
no.
I was just like.
It's very French.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Like, is this a girl or just a girl? We don't know.
Yeah, is this a girl? Yeah, is this a friend or more than that? Mm-hmm. So Willow is very like kind of upset by this. She thinks that Tara is seeing this person.
Yeah.
And runs off. And then Tara does like turn and like see Willow like retreating down the hallway.
Yeah.
Buffy's back at the double meet,
And she's
slinging burgers.
looking despondent. She's not looking happy. She looks
Yeah,
tired.
yeah. And then she has a flash that she's in the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
and they're giving her drugs. They're trying to give her drugs.
Yeah.
And then she flashes back to the
she,
double meet.
she burnt those fries real
She
good.
burnt those fries, and she's like, "What?" She's talking to her manager, and she says, "Oh, if I didn't know better, I thought you were on drugs." And Buffy's I guess Buffy can explain this away. Okay, there was a connection there, so maybe I was just whatever. But yeah, Buffy's not paying attention. She burnt the fries. So at Buffy's, Willow and Buffy are talking, and Willow's just checking if Xander has emailed. Hasn't. So nobody's heard from Xander.
No contact from him.
Nobody's heard from him. And then Willow tells Buffy about Tara.
Yeah.
And she was gonna, like, how did it go? Because she told Buffy she's gonna try to go and, like, ask Tara out. She didn't ask. I saw her, like, greet somebody that maybe more than a friend. I don't know. Like, could have been friendly. I don't know, but it freaked her out.
Yeah. Sucks.
And then, speak of the devil, Xander shows up.
He just walks in.
He walks in. He gets hugs. He asks if Anya's there.
He wants to find her?
She isn't. Her stuff is gone.
There's a
suitcase gone. There's
magic
no stuff.
shop.
Yeah, the magic shop is closed, which is like
that's huge.
Scares him. Which
that's
her life.
Baby.
That's her baby. To lose money, like lose a day of business. Yeah, Anya's messed up. And Willow and Buffy tell him that she left a few days ago and that she was kind of broken.
Yeah.
They didn't really get where she was going or anything because she was just like trying to talk through sobs. And he says, I want to find her.
Yeah, he realizes he's better with her. And I'm just like, he wants to maybe date her. And I'm like, bro, you can't leave someone at the altar and then be like, I want to get back together, but I don't want to marry you.
Yeah. So they're like,
what?
Well, you picked a pretty bad time to break up with her. He's like, I don't want to break up with her.
Oh my God.
I just don't want to get married right now. And he's like, I really screwed up. Like, I want to be with her. They're like, yeah, I don't know if
it's not going to work.
Gonna happen. I'm not really sure about that. But he says, yeah, he like screwed up.
Well, he realizes that at least.
Yeah. So in the graveyard, Spike is walking
with groceries.
With his shopping. Yeah, with his shopping.
Cigarettes. I don't know what else is in that bag. Probably a bunch of cigarettes and
probably
alcohol.
A bunch of cigarettes and
alcohol.
What else does he like? Buffalo wings. Yeah, alcohol, Berber weed. I guess he could. I don't know. Maybe he got some blood from somewhere. The butchers went to the butchers and picked up some blood. So marshmallows for hot chocolate. I'm trying to think of all the things that we've learned that Spike likes to eat.
Oh, that's funny.
So he runs into Buffy. She's kind of like mean to him right off the bat.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't want to. I'm not like. He's like, looking for me. She's like, no. And he's like, did you cry at the wedding? Like, was it like, did you cry because it was so sweet? And she's like, you didn't hear. Xander left Anya at the altar.
Yeah. And he's like, some people just can't see a good thing when they have it.
Yeah. What are you talking about, Spike? And then Willow and Xander show up. And immediately, Xander starts getting on Spike's case about being around Buffy. And then and he's like, oh, really? You're going to talk to me about...
Yeah.
Like, run. He tells him to run along. And then Spike and him get into it. Say, oh, you're telling me to run along? I heard you left Anya at the altar. Yep. So you're good at is running away and blah, blah, blah. So they start getting into it. And during that, Buffy starts having, like, flashes of, like, a doctor.
And how, like, he's telling her Sunnydale isn't real?
Sunnydale isn't real.
What?
And then she looks up and her mom and dad are there and they're together.
Yeah.
So Joyce and Hank are there and they're together. And I
put
it's been
6 years?
I said, aw, because...
Her mom's there and her dad, like... Yeah.
Regardless of her dad being, like, a gaping hole, like, to see them together... Like, I don't know. I even think as, like, a divorced child, if I would, like, there was some reality where my parents were happy and together, I'd be like, oh, my God. You know what I mean? Like, and both of them alive as well. You know what I mean? Like, from one being dead. Like, yeah, I can relate to this. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, so they find the doctor's talking to their parents, like, talking about how it's been 6 years. So she goes back to Sunnydale, and Spike's trying to help. He's like, let's get her to my crib. And they're like, leave her alone. Well, not they. Xander. He's like, leave her alone. So Willow and Xander take her, we gotta help her home. And Buffy's like, I'm fine. But I think Spike's like, oh, put some ice on the back of her neck. She likes that.
That was really sweet. Yeah.
And he's kind of worried about her, but he can't do anything.
What
so
can
he
you
leaves.
do? Yeah.
He leaves.
Yeah.
So at Buffy's, she starts telling them about the
Like,
flashes that she's having.
I'll call them hallucinations.
Yeah. She's seeing doctors, other patients, and they say that, this is all not real. And I love when Xander's like, why do you say it's not real? Because of the demons and the vampires and the ex-vengeance demons and and the sister that used to be a giant ball of universe destroying energy.
How is that not
And
real?
he's like, wow, yikes, that doesn't come out well. That does not help my argument. He's like, of course we're real. So Willow is going to do research.
Yep.
And then Buffy has a flash or
Another one, yeah.
hallucination.
They're coming more quickly.
Yeah, so she's kind of sitting in the doctor's office with her parents. The doctor's talking to her parents and says that she is starting to become more lucid and it's possible she could have a full recovery. And her parents are like, just can't believe that after 6 years, that she could come out of this thing.
And they're calling it a schizophrenic delusions, which is interesting.
Yeah, and they said like this for 6 years she's been dealing with this, but it's not satisfying her as much as her mind as it once was, because it used to be these like crazy big demons, and now it's just some kids you went to high school with or like the big bad. So like now we think the doctor's saying that we think she's coming out of it more because it's not serving
fantastical.
her. It's not serving her anymore. This like delusion that she's built.
Also, I just thought it was interesting when they were talking about the delusions, how they're like, yeah, she believes she's some sort of hero, some sort of slayer, and it's like,
yeah,
no, when you put it like that, I guess it does sound kind of weird.
Yeah, and Joyce is like the Slayer, right? Like, because she obviously Buffy's talked about this stuff in her whatever, and then she says Dawn. Buffy says Dawn, and then she's like, Joyce is like, oh, Dawn is the sister, right? And she's like, yeah, she has this. She wanted to link to the familiar and the familial, so she invented this sister. And because it's just not as comforting anymore than it used to be, because now it's just like 3 guys she's fighting.
Weird.
So at the trio's lair, they are watching Buffy, and they're like, yeah, Buffy's tripping from this stuff that got, and Jonathan and Warren. No, sorry, no. Andrew and Warren come downstairs because they're all like hiding out there. They're like laying low because they know Buffy's looking for them because of the whole Katrina thing. Mm-hmm. But Jonathan's getting suspicious. And he also says like he hasn't slept well since this whole thing. Like you can tell he's like racked with guilt about the Katrina
I feel like
thing.
he doesn't want to be part of this anymore, it seems like.
Yeah. And then but they're also doing this other like thing that they're talking about a vault. Like they're gonna like break into some kind of vault. They talk about a vault. Mm-hmm. And Jonathan is getting very suspicious that the 3 of them are gonna like maybe like use him as a scapegoat or what's gonna happen. Like he's just really not trusting.
And he tries to leave and they're like, nope.
Yeah, Warren's like, no, you can't leave. It's not safe out there.
And then he's like, well, you just came back from somewhere, so what's up with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they won't tell him what they came back with. Like, they're just trying to hide things from him.
It's not good.
No. So Buffy's on the couch and Willow says that, okay, I found your demon from what you described. And she's like, yeah, that's it. And she's like, Buffy, it's not real. You're not in an institution. You never have been. And then Buffy says, I was.
Yeah, and this is like a bomb drop.
Yeah, it is. So when she first saw vampire, she freaked out, told her parents, and they put her in a clinic for a few weeks.
That sucks. Yep.
Yeah, and then she decided, like, she stopped talking about it. They let her go, and she said eventually her parents just forgot. And then she knew not to, like, try to bring it up anymore.
Exactly.
And she's like, what if I never left? What if I'm still there? It's a poor thing. It's just really good acting by Sarah Gellar. Yeah, what if I never left? What if I'm still there?
Yep.
And Willow says, trust me, we're going to make this better. Like, you're not institutionalized. You're not crazy. We need to get this antidote. Xander's,
which is in the demon's pokey thing.
Yeah.
The antidote and the venom or whatever it is.
Yeah. Because, most antidotes are made from the venom. So they need it. And Xander's looking for it. And she's like, no, it's too dangerous, like, for Xander to go by himself. And she's like, he has help. And we go to somewhere outside where Spike and Xander are looking for the demon. And Spike's like, huh. Of course she thinks we're all figments of her imagination. Of course. And it makes sense, She would dream me up having some chip, make me fall in love with her, and making me her sodding sex slave. Xander's like, what? He's like, never mind. Nothing. Forget it. And then the demon jumps out at them. They're fighting. Xander
I was like, he shoots him with
tranquilizes.
something?
Yeah, he tranquilizes the demon, and Spike. It looks like he kills it, but he doesn't.
Just knocks it out or whatever.
Yeah, incapacitates it. So then they can bring it back to Buffy's. So back at Buffy's, Dawn makes Buffy tea because she knows that Buffy's not well.
She notices that Buffy's getting a fever, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm. And Buffy looks at her and says, "You should be taller. Like, it doesn't make sense that you're shorter than me as a kid." And Buffy's an adult. If they're related, I guess. I don't know. She's like, that doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense.
But I mean, also, she was made by monks. So, that could be explained too.
Yeah.
But then she has a flash where Joyce and Hank are sitting there and they say, "You don't have a sister, Buffy. Like, tell me you don't have a sister." I don't have a sister. He's like, "You're our only little girl. You're our only one. We wanted like you to come home with us, and we want to take care of you." And then she flashes back, and she has said that out loud that she doesn't have a sister. And Dawn, of course, hears.
Yeah.
She's like, "So this is like your ideal reality, and I'm not there." So Dawn gets hurt by this.
Yeah, of course, and she's kind of bratty about it.
Yeah. So in the basement, they have tied up the demon. Willow comes down and stabs it in the arm, which makes it like not retract. What's the opposite of retract?
Eject.
Sure. The thing, and she breaks off the little stabby horn thing.
So she could make the antidote.
Yeah, she puts it in something, and then Willow's going to go to the lab because they have to do this without magic.
Just do it the old school way.
Old school way at the lab. She does send Xander to get a few things from the magic box for medicinal purposes only, not magical reasons. Send Xander to the magic box. So in the morning, Willow comes into Buffy's room and gives her the antidote. It's in a mug. And she says, "Yeah, once it cools down, just drink it all down and everything will go back to normal." And then Spike comes in to check on her. And then Willow leaves. So it's just Buffy and Spike there. And he's like, "How are you feeling?" And she's like, "You're not part of my life. Leave me alone." Like, okay. By the way, thank you for helping me get this antidote. No,
exactly.
that. So Buffy definitely rebuffs him, even like checking on her. And he's like, "You know what? Did you notice when he like steps into the sunlight, he like rears back? Did you notice that? Yeah. He gets a little bit of sun on his nose. And I don't know if that was scripted or not, but it was good. If it wasn't scripted, that was really good because he like goes and then starts over. He says, "I used to think you were just like part of like the dark, basically. Like, you were addicted to the darkness, but I think you're just predicted to the misery. You won't let yourself be happy. If you tell them, you might have to be happy, and either they will support you or they'll cast you out, and then you could just be happy with me in the dark." He's like, "But either way, you'd be happier. It'd be better for you if you just stopped all this." Yeah. And he says, "So either you're going to tell them or I will."
Which is crappy.
Yeah.
Also, Willow tells him to watch her.
Yeah, make sure she drinks it. But he gets mad and leaves.
Storms out. Predictable.
She dumps the antidote into the trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, does not take it.
Somebody should have been watching her. Come on, people.
I mean, yeah.
She's having hallucinations. Like, she's not herself.
Mm-hmm. So then we go back to the insane asylum. And Buffy's talking to her parents that she wants to be healthy. Like, she wants to get better. She wants to come home with her and her mom and her dad.
She wants to know what she has to do.
Yeah. And then it's just very interesting because the doctor talks about how she had an awakening that lasted a few months, which is when she died.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But her friends always bringing her back. Her friends are the strongest part of the delusion that keeps bringing her back, like, into this cage of her mind.
Her anchor, yeah.
And they keep pulling her back. Anchor. Yeah. Buffy comes downstairs and tell Willow that she took it. She's still feeling out of it, but she took the antidote, and it might take a little bit, to like feel better. And then Willow says, "We still have if we need more, or if I didn't do it right, like, the demon's still downstairs, so we can get more if we need." So Xander later arrives to an empty house. He's like, "Hey, where's everybody?" He goes into the kitchen, and Buffy's washing a pan.
Mm-hmm. And he just starts like yammering on.
He just starts talking about, "Hey, you want to go down there and kill this demon now that you're all good?" And then she beats him with the pan.
Yep.
And just pulls him down the stairs, just drags him down the basement stairs. and ties him up. And then we see that Willow's already down there. So Buffy's already
Yeah.
attacked Willow and put her down in the basement.
Oh my God.
Then she goes upstairs for Dawn. And Dawn's like, know something. Like, she's like, what is wrong with you? Like, why
She's like, "Are you okay?"
are you okay? Like, you're not well. And she tries to get Dawn, like attack Dawn. And Dawn runs and kind of can get dodging her for a little bit. Telling her, trying to talk some sense into her. She's like, I'm real. I'm your sister. I love you. All this. And then Buffy does like end up attacking Dawn and putting her in the basement.
Yep.
And she looks over at the monster that's still, or the demon that's still tied up. And she hears her mom say, like the doctor and the mom saying, you can do it the easiest way possible. Like, take your time and do it the easy way possible. So Buffy decides that the easiest way possible is to let the demon kill them. She won't have to do it herself.
So she just lets it go.
She unties the demon and then hides under the stairs because she can't.
Coward.
Because she can't take it. She can't do it herself. Tara comes over for some reason and is looking for everybody. Goes down to the basement, sees the demon free, and like they're trying to fight. Like, or trying to go towards like Xander. He can't. He's tied to the pole. So she does magic to untie everybody. But then Buffy grabs her leg from underneath the stairs and she tumbles down the stairs.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. And then Buffy flashes to her mom. When her mom's like, "You can do it. Like, be strong. Like, I know it's hard, but like you can defeat this and you can beat this." And she tells her her mom has this like really sweet speech where she tells her, you know, you're strong. You just have to find your strength again, and you can do this. And there's people who love you, and all this. And she tells her mom and says, you're right, thank you. And then she says goodbye to her mom, and she like goes back into the delusion. So then Buffy kind of comes to in Sunnydale. She realizes what's going on. She immediately goes to the demon and kills it. She fights a little bit over it.
Man.
And then wants the antidote.
And her friends look very shell-shocked.
Yeah, they are.
And she apologizes, but like they just look like, oh my God.
Yeah, what just happened? And she needs the antidote. She's like, I can't be left alone or anything until I have the antidote. And then we have a flash where Buffy is not there. She's completely into the delusion, and we see Joyce, Hank holding Joyce while she cries, and the doctor's saying that we lost her.
There's no reaction.
And that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, that is the end of the episode.
Crazy.
There's nothing more about the trio. Like, I was just like, okay.
No. And that like last scene makes you be like, okay, Buffy's not in the delusion. Like she's not there, but it's happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not a hallucination.
It's kind of a creepy episode.
So yeah, they say like it's meant to like make you like wonder if the whole show's fake, but it's not. Like it's not. It's the reality. It is Buffy's reality is what we know of. But it's such a good episode. I love it.
It is a really good episode.
I love at the end of it, you're like, oh God, like, did she just go back into the delusion? Like, is this real?
Is exactly it. Yeah.
Like, is she just in a mental institution? Oh my God. That would have been crazy.
Her mom's still alive. Her parents are together.
I think people would have been so upset, but that would have been a crazy, like, finale.
Started? Yeah. Yeah.
That would have been crazy. Yeah. So, yeah, great episode. Makes you question everything, even though it is not, like, it wants to tease you a little bit of, is this all fake? But even though it is real. All right, so my favorite quote was the ender saying, what, you think this isn't real? Just because all of the vampires, the demons, the ex-Vengeance demons, and the sister that used to be a big ball of universe-destroying energy?
That
and then
was
he's like,
very good quote.
this isn't really helping my case here.
Yeah.
And then my favorite scene was like the little moment between Buffy and Joyce when Joyce like gives her this like speech that she needs to hear, but it kind of backfires on hallucination Joyce.
Yeah,
you know, it's not what Buffy needs to hear it, but to come back to her actual reality. And I just thought that was really sweet. And then she's like says goodbye, knowing like whether this is hallucination or not, this is probably the last time she's ever going to see her mother alive. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a dream about my dad after he died where I knew he was dead. And I knew in the dream that I was dreaming that he was alive. And I was like, I know in my dream, I was like, I know he's dead, but he's alive right now. I like remember thinking that in the dream. So yeah, It's weird when that happens, like when you have that
Yeah.
like dreams or something like that. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, so I thought that was a sweet moment.
That was a very good moment. My favorite line was when Spike says, "Some people can't see a good thing when they have it." So it's just
Mm-hmm.
so accurate for everything, honestly. Like it's just a good line. I
Yeah.
like that. And yeah, my favorite scene was the same as yours, actually. Especially because like even before Buffy says goodbye, like when Joyce is talking and like they're showing Buffy's reaction to it, like halfway through, I was like, oh, she's snapping out of it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool, good.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to kind of figure she's going to, but it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a really good scene. And yeah, like
That's
you
it.
said, she
The show's
just likes
over at
to
18 episodes in the halfway through an season. Yeah, that'd be
she
crazy.
just gets to see her mom again, and like you said, her parents are together. It's kind of curious to see what that reality would be like if she were to stay there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I gave it a 4.8. Was my stake rating. I think it was a great
Okay.
episode. I thought it
Okay.
was really original. I just
Yeah.
loved it. I think it would have been a good finale. Maybe not a a series finale, but a good season finale. Like leave you through the whole summer wondering if it was all a hallucination. I would have
Yeah.
died, but
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like, so this whole thing, like, was it real?
Hmm.
No, it wasn't. But it makes you question things.
Yeah.
Great ending. I love that little last scene.
Yeah.
And also like a few of like the plot, not plot holes, but like some of like the weaker things they like kind of exploit here to like, oh, it's so crazy. We made this work and we made that work. And in this episode, Buffy's like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. So that's fueling my evidence that this is all not real
Yes.
because there's
Yeah.
holes in my reality.
Yes. That's true.
And yeah, we learned that Buffy was in an asylum for a
Hmm.
clinic for a few weeks, which we
Couple weeks,
never
yeah.
knew before.
Which is
We never
interesting.
found
Yeah.
out. So
Yeah.
yeah, 4.8. I thought it was really well done.
We match ratings this week. This is a rare occurrence, people.
Woo!
4.8 as well.
Mhm.
Really, really good acting in this episode. Like
Yeah.
Sarah Michelle Gellar nailed it. The flashes between the mental ward and her reality, I don't know. Yeah, it was really good. And just the way they talked about like her schizophrenic delusions, and I mean, yeah, they bring it out like she's living in some sort of fantastical world while she's a slayer. You're right. That sounds bananas. Like,
Mhm.
sure. And also just seeing like the trio is starting to fall apart. Like
Mhm.
I want to know what's going on there. I am sick of them for sure. I'm ready for them to be over.
Mhm.
Like something's going to come to a head there. So I'm assuming she's going to figure out that they did this, hopefully, and want to go after them. I'm kind of curious to know what's going on with them. Like just come on, wrap it up. Let's go. This is probably the worst thing. Okay, I know she's died, I guess, but this is like one of the worst things that's ever happened to her.
Yeah, definitely. Like,
A
I mean,
really
yeah, you
terrible
question, you
path.
wake up, something happens to you, and you start questioning your entire reality.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
traumatizing.
terrible.
What was your question for this episode?
I got it wrong. It was Buffy gets injected by a demon, and I said it could slow her down or shrink her.
Shrink her. That's right.
I mean, I would have never guessed it questioned her reality.
Yeah. Okay. Because now it's time for your question. The next episode is Entropy, and your question is, which two characters get drunk together?
Which two characters get drunk together? Spike and somebody. Spike and Anya. Let's do it.
Okay. I mean,
Okay.
they're lots to drink about. We'll
They
see.
have a lot to talk about their heartbreak.
Woe is me.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So that wraps up season 6, episode 17, Normal Again. Again, you can find us on all major podcast apps and YouTube and Instagram at One Girl All the World Pod. You can also email us at onegirlpod@gmail.com. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back next week with season 6, episode 18, Entropy. See you real soon.
Bye.
Bye.